Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Happy, go.
All right, with Team Square, I'm Sean.
Attention, please.
Team Square, my name is Sean Basham.
No, really. Attention, please.
Try again.
I'm Sean.
I'm Alex Nicholson.
Amber Gaylord.
And I'm MJ.
Our fuzzy situation was to expand and to grow Condi systems. Our fact finding, what we knew about Condi was that their target market was aged 18 to 35 women. We knew they sold printers and materials. We also knew they specialized in sublimation printing. What we wanted to know about the company was who their competitors were, how much their annual sales were, and also their pricing for their systems. Some things that we didn't know but we found out was that they offered exclusive service for customers, and they opened 2 distribution warehouses, one in New Jersey and one in California. Our methods used for our fact findings, we used the company website, YouTube videos, all 900s. We also called the company. The way we converged our facts was through process of elimination, and some interesting facts we left behind were the international markets and product production capacity. After all was said and done, the facts we converged on were the age 18 to 35 women, the exclusive service for customers, and product differentiation.
Okay, on a problem definition, on initial divergence, we got how might I expand the printer market, how might I target other demographic groups, and also how might I find ways to make sublimation printing more relevant, and lastly, how might I secure a stronger position in the industry. On initial convergence, it's how might I expand the printer market. We chose this because this is more closely affiliated with our fuzzy situation, which is to grow our business.
So for our challenge map, from the initial convergence, we got how might I expand the printer market, and our reasons why are to make sublimation printing more relevant, include other demographics, and ensure future success. The things that are stopping us include materials and technology, finances, and whether or not there's a demand for the product. From our final convergence, we came up with how might I expand the printer market and make sublimation printing more relevant. And the ideas we came up with to solve this problem are advertising more efficiently, like in movie theaters and billboards, developing higher quality printers for lower prices, targeting schools, finding more practical uses, commercial applications, and targeting big events like concerts and games. And then this evaluation chart, the ideas we selected were targeting schools, advertising, and quality printers at lower prices. And our criteria are cost, materials needed, available resources, printer capacity, timetable, and contacts. We did a 1 to 3 scale, 1 being slightly effective and 3 being substantially effective. And as you can see, the one that basically won was targeting schools.
All right, well, our plan was really to target the schools because we felt that they could provide kind of returning business for Condi. Problems it could create was maybe having trouble meeting demand, introduce more competition, have to hire more employees. Specific steps, we have to make samples to give out to the schools, form sales teams, and develop a presentation. The first step was to assemble these teams. We try to put together a presentation to deliver to the schools. The who would be the people. 2 to 3 person teams with knowledge of the processes. The when would be whenever the company decides to go ahead with this process. And this is just gaining acceptance. We'd have to convince the president of Condi, and then really just show that it could ensure future success. And that's
What we were going with was schools create T-shirts for homecoming, prom, stuff like that. And we actually called Condi and pretended like we were a school, and we asked how much. We asked first if they could make us the T-shirts, and they said we can only do it if we bought a printer. So we'd have to buy the printer, and we asked how much the printer and the heat press would cost our school, and it was a total of $4,000. And then they asked us, our students at our school, we said 1,000, and they said they have blank white T-shirts sold for $5.17 a piece. So if we bought those, and then we had to buy the ink, they said total cost on per T-shirt would range about $13 per T-shirt if we bought the printer and everything. But if we sold 1,000 T-shirts at $20, we'd make our profit back just on the first event of selling our T-shirts. So, and the school will gain profits through fundraising that way, and they'll gain future profits even greater because they won't have to cover the $4,000 cost for the printer every time. All they have to buy is the T-shirts and the ink. So we can have a team that can come in and teach them how to do it, or they can just watch the videos and they can learn how to do it. And it's a win-win for both. It would ensure business for Condi. They'll come back to their supplies of the T-shirts and the ink, and the schools will also win and have cheaper shirts and gain profit.
Any questions? Anybody have any questions? Okay, I have one question. I'm sorry, I wasn't planning on this being a Q&A, but can you go back to your chart? Because I'm confused by your criteria and everything. It looks from this chart like I'm wondering how the lowest number one was the most likely target. Is lower better on this chart?
Yeah, pretty much. Like cost would be,
The cheapest.
this is like the cheapest right here. And research and development is kind of what we was thinking right here. That'd cost more.
Okay.
Kind of
The
that
chart's a
sense.
little confusing, not necessarily because lower is better. That's a fine way to do it. But when I think of cost, I would see low, middle, and high cost on that would make sense. But printer capacity, you would think higher would be better, right? So it's like some of the things seem to go one way and some of them seem to go the other. You guys were working in it, so you've got it under control. But it seemed like some things should go one way and some things should go another, and that's why I got confused when you did it. But great job. Thank you very much. All right. Let's
You gonna look to the other teams, I think they have.
so let's go Team X. Yeah, we'll get there. We're going to do all of them eventually. Is X all here? All right, good times.
Will the camera get all of us to be standing on both sides? Or should we all-
Yes, I just need to make it do that.
Okay.
So,
I can't see through the camera.
well, can you move? Because actually, I
You want to stand on
can.
one side to make it easier, or do you want us to?
That's fine. Don't worry about your dress. I'll move it back a little bit. No, you can go over there. I'm just worried about the fact that there's a microphone on this.
You're probably gonna have to sign out of my account and then sign into yours.
Oh yeah, that's right.